Hi everyone, I'm David Farmer and welcome to my channel, Effortless Being. So I wanted to talk a little bit about control today, or rather the illusion of control, because it's something that people find very, very difficult to grasp or let go of this concept. Because as long as you have this sense of being separate, you will believe that there is a similar sense of control over your destiny. And you'll feel that there is an I who is able to make decisions and, decide whether to go left or right or up or down or whatever. And that I seems to reside within this physical body. But when you look really closely, you actually find that you cannot find this controller. And a lot of people, it's kind of like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen this Japanese cartoon called Gundam, which is these massive, big, oversized robots. And they have two people that are in the head of the robot, sort of, controlling the robot. And these robots in the cartoon were designed to fight, massive, big sea creatures that came out of the Pacific Ocean. I think it was made into a movie called Pacific Rim, an American movie. But I think, a lot of people believe that there is sort of some controller inside, pulling levers and pressing switches and making decisions, But as I said, if you try to find this controller, you won't be able to. So, the lights are on, but there's nobody home. And that's a good thing. That's the reality of it, So because people have this belief in there being a controller, we're constantly trying to control life, and that inevitably ends up, pushing against it. Because there's a resistance in that, like, I don't like this, so I'll go another way, I'll push against that. And you can see that played out in the world, 99% of the world's troubles is because of this resistance and this belief in a controller, and that we can manipulate things to our own personal advantage, But all of that just stems from this false belief in a separate self, which upon introspection you will not be able to find. So we master life by leaving it alone. And this is, really the Taoist philosophy of Wu Wei. And Wu Wei just translates as non-action or non-resistance to the flow of life. And the suffering you feel is just your resistance to how your life story is playing out. But you have to be careful of, expectation, expecting things to be another way or hoping things to be another way. And also envy of another person's life. You know, we often look at somebody else and we feel this, oh, I wish my life was more like that. And this again is also, you know, just causes suffering, because, I mean, by all means be inspired by other people's lives. And we all can be inspired by the lives of others. But don't wish for the life of another. You know, accept your life fully. Your life is yours alone, and no one lives your life other than you. So it's, your life is consciousness expressing itself in the uniqueness of you. There's no other life story like it. So it's about fully remaining present in the now and accepting your life story as it is. It can be really subtle, the resistance. And this is why I'm making this video today, because I had something last week where I noticed, oh, I was subtly resisting something, you know, because there's a refinement, you know, it can become very, very subtle. So if you bringing awareness to it and accepting exactly in all facets the way your life story is right now, there's no suffering in that. And that brings me on to life's purpose, which is another thing that people love to talk about, you know, finding your life's purpose. But, you know, this can be another trap, and you can fall into this expectation and waiting game. You know, the purpose of life is the living of life. That's all there is, just this living of life. Life is living itself all the time. But when we start to put limitations on this living of life, and we start to believe we must have a quote-unquote life purpose, which translates usually as, you know, a perfect job or a perfect relationship or whatever that might be, we fall into this expectation, this waiting, you know. And when we're doing that, we're projecting, thought is projecting, and we're not living fully present where our life story is unfolding right now. So that's another reason why, you know, this whole manifesting nonsense just gets people all confused and wound up and running in circles, because there's so much efforting in it, projecting and efforting, and, you know, all this energy is, you know, pushed into all this, you know, nonsense. So this is really the difference if we're talking about, you know, going back to the concept of Wu Wei, this non-resistance. This is really the difference between efforting and effortless. So, you know, life is not so difficult. Life is not a struggle. Just leave it alone. Leave life alone. Master it by letting it do its thing and unfold, and it will sort itself out and unfold in beautiful ways. So I hope that resonated. Just a little 2 cents on life today. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. If there's anything you'd like to talk to me personally about, you can book a session easily with me on my website, effortlessbeing.org, or leave me a question down below or through the website. So take care and see you again next time.